Greetings. Hot take here. Worship isn't about the music, it's not about the stage, it's not about even sounding good. What it's about is it's about relationship with God. Now, let me back up a little bit. The Bible talks about the fact that the truth shall set us free, right? When we know the truth. Now, sin carries a heavy weight, a heavy toll, a heavy tax. It ties us in bondage. And yet, when we learn the truth, we're set free from that bondage of sin and death. Now, Jesus told a woman in the Bible that there will be a day when true worshipers worship God in both the spirit and in truth. And so when we have those two things in our worship, God actually comes in and hangs out with us. Now, this isn't to puff up his ego or any sick, twisted thing like that, because he doesn't need our worship. He has a whole host of angels to worship him both night and day. But not only that, but the Bible goes on to tell us that his glory is so great that all of creation would worship him if we don't. Now, that's not necessary because there are plenty of people that do worship him. But again, it's not the purpose or the point. And so think more of like a small child, right? I have two that are both 5 and below. And so when either one of them calls out to me, when either one of them sings in adoration to me or says things about how they love me and stuff like that, it melts my heart. It makes me want to be around them. Now, I want to be around them anyways, but it's just something about that loving connection that's formed through that kind of situation. And God's no different. Like, he wants to be around us. And so when we praise him and things like that, not only does it melt his heart, but it helps realign our hearts and focus back on what truly matters. Now, I know sometimes in life it's hard to do that, especially I've never been one to be able to praise just based on the fact that, yeah, he woke me up. Yeah, there's food on my table, not because I'm ungrateful, but because there's just so much going on. But the reality is that just like a small child, when you're hurt, scared, frustrated, whatever, if you raise your hands up, they know that their parent's going to pick them up and wrap them in their arms. And God's, again, no different in that if we raise our hands to him and we worship him in spirit and truth, he'll come in, he'll dwell with us, he'll pick us up, wrap us in his arms, and that essentially is the point of worship. It's about relationship with God, not the music, not the sounds, not anything else that we may make it to be. Be blessed.